Well, we've just seen Gigi, and one of the things I thought was fascinating about the director, Jacqueline Audry, was her next film, Olivia, which takes place in a girls' boarding school, which is almost, again, I don't know, TCM could do their own night of subculture of, you know, girls' boarding school films, because Dorothy Arzner also did a film about a girls' school, and is there...
Well, in Olivia, it's 1951, and it's a lesbian love story between the headmistress and one of the girls. And so while these filmmaking techniques might have been rather conventional, her stories were groundbreaking. I mean, 1951 is a pretty early time to be telling these kind of stories.
Yes, it's not one of the films that we're showing, but I saw it as, you know, part of the show, and it's a sort of a little bit of shocking film.
Well, hopefully one of the things that will result from this is that people be intrigued and search out these other films that these incredible filmmakers and others have made.
Yes.
And, you know, continue the learning process.
Another thing I thought was interesting about this film, Gigi, is that, again, underneath the, you know, the beautiful costumes, and she's basically, you know, she's training her to be a courtesan.
Yes, and it's a little, this one can, you know, you can go a little creepy because she's calling Gaston uncle. And at one point she says she's 15 and a half. Oh, honey, couldn't you at least be 17? You know, in the Leslie Caron version, it's much more vague how old she actually is. But there's a spark to this Gigi, an intelligence, and a sense of humor and a clarity to her view, I think, that really comes through in this version. The twist, of course, is, I mean, she's being raised to be a courtesan, and then, you know, she says, no, I want to be married instead, breaking all the rules with the family, which, you know, is the opposite of what would happen in most households.
I also thought what was nice is they show on Gaston a kind of a change. He's got a very... The transference of a kind of a brotherly love, and then, you know, one day he just walks in.
Yes, we don't have the drama of the fountain that we do in the Minnelli version, of course. But I really, he's a impressive actor, and I love some of just the looks he gives at different stages.
Those were some of my favorite aspects of it, of her. He is aware of her before she is aware of herself.
Exactly.
He sees her as a woman, when even though she's still a girl, he's starting to fall in love with her, and I think that it complements the musical very much. It gives you more of an understanding, you know, of the story. I thought that was...
Go back and read Colette, for God's sake. Don't just look at these women's movies, but read Colette, because she's a lot of fun.
It's been great learning about Jacqueline Audry. We're going to now move into another French filmmaker who I really admire. Coming up next, a film from the grandmother of the French New Wave, Agnès Varda. So don't go away.
TCM presents